Hi, this is Trey Pastor. I wanted to talk about some DC news that I heard yesterday. Well, actually, I saw it all over the internet. Uh, I think it was in the Hollywood Reporter and everything else. The other trade publications that they said Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled. I know Patty Jenkins, and they said her and Jeff Johns were writing Wonder Woman 3, and I guess they handed it in to the heads, got the two heads of Warner Brothers Pictures. They handed that into them, and I know James Gunn and Peter Safran are working towards that Bible of the next 10 years, mapping out the next 10 years of DC movies. And apparently that it didn't fit into what they're doing, so that movie has been canceled. Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled, and I think the other day they said Gal Gadot had released a thing on her Instagram saying that she was looking forward to you know making another Wonder Woman movie. So that's been canceled, and it's looking more and more like maybe that James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to reboot the the DCEU after the Aquaman 2 movie comes out. And there was a leak yesterday also that's saying that after Aquaman 2, there will be no more Aquaman movies, and that remember there was a while back that they said Jason Momoa was excited about something. I guess he had a meeting with James Gunn, and they say going forward. Again, this is just rumors. Okay, nothing is solidified because we haven't heard anything officially from James Gunn and Peter Safran. But this is the scuttlebutt, I guess, going around saying that he's going to play Lobo going forward. I guess after the Aquaman 2 movie goes out, and it's looking more and more like the DCU is going to get rebooted after that Aquaman movie. And specifically, they also said there's two other scoops that I heard that they said that Henry Cavill, remember he filmed the Black Adam cameo, I think back in September, and then he also filmed a cameo for the Flash movie. But they said they pulled that out of the test screening for the Flash movie, and they also pulled remember Ben Affleck filmed a cameo in the Aquaman 2 movie, and they pulled that out of there. So to me, it's looking more and more like maybe they're going to just do a full reboot of the DCEU, and maybe just recast maybe three actors as those main characters, the DC Trinity. That's what it's looking more and more like. Because I think the Batman movies with Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson, I think those are going to be their own separate thing outside of the main DCE universe. But it's looking more and more like they're going to reboot the whole thing. Again, remember Jason Momoa is not going to be Aquaman anymore, and it doesn't say that Gal Gadot won't be Wonder Woman in any other movie, but it's looking more and more like he's going to reboot the whole thing, maybe cast younger actors, and it disappoints me in a way because I was looking forward to seeing Henry Cavill, and I think that was part of the reason why he quit The Witcher, because I know they were saying he was satisfied with the production people behind the scenes on The Witcher, but I also thought that maybe they made promises to him and I know they said that he never signed any any contract with Warner Brothers to continue to play Superman. But remember, he made that post after Black Adam came out saying that he was going to be Superman going forward, and we had all these rumors that they were trying to fast track, the Man of Steel 2, and I even thought they were going to start filming it probably next year. But it's looking more and more like maybe they may be just rebooting it, the whole thing, in terms of, and just casting new actors as a Trinity, like get a new younger Batman, get another younger Superman, and another younger Wonder Woman. I think it's looking like that's what's going to happen. And I say that I'm of two minds of it. Like I said, I'm sad for Henry Cavill because I really wanted him to get a Superman sequel, and I did wanted to see Gal Gadot continue as Wonder Woman because I really liked her in the role, and I wanted to see. I know Ben Affleck is 50, but I do want to see him maybe do a solo Batman movie, maybe another Justice League movie, and then if you wanted to kill the character off and get a younger Batman, do it like that. But it's looking like more and more for all appearances. And again, this is just my opinion about that. Like he's going to reboot the main cast, and I know they're going to get a new Flash and all that stuff. I think he's going to. Once the Aquaman 2 movie comes out, I think even maybe next year, because they're saying that they're supposed to meet real soon with David Zaslav to present their 10-year Bible thing with them, And so they may spend next year when all these other movies are coming out, the last of the DCEU movies are coming out, they may start, just looking for new younger actors to play the Trinity, and maybe like I said, and I already thought that they're gonna recast the Flash. I always, because Ezra Miller just has too much baggage with him, and then they'll just pick and choose other characters. Like I also believe he's gonna cast another Green Lantern and stuff. Remember they're doing the Green Lantern TV show, and it's just gonna focus on Hal Stewart. Excuse me, not John Stewart. Excuse me. So I think they really are gonna. Now it's looking more and more like they're gonna recast the whole thing and just get younger actors, which kind of makes sense in a way, because if you're gonna go 10 years from now, let's say Ben Affleck is 50 right now, so you want to do 10 years and Ben Affleck will be 60 by the time the DCU ends, the 10-year thing. It would make more sense if you get an actor that's in his 20s or early 30s to play Superman and Batman and even Wonder Woman. Just get a whole new young Trinity and just go from there. Maybe they're going to do that. Maybe that's their plan, to get younger actors and present them and maybe in their solo movies in 2025 or something like that, or 2024, like that, and then make a Justice League movie from that, and you have all these other side characters and stuff, do movies on them, and maybe that's their plan, to do that, which kind of makes sense. Although I have to be honest, I'm sad for Henry Cavill, because I really wanted him to get another chance to play Superman and stuff. And I could see them keeping Sasha Calle, who's going to be in the Flash movie as Supergirl. You can keep her because she's young. You can keep her and just cast another actor, to play Superman, and another actor to play younger actor to play Batman, and another actress to play Wonder Woman. So I could, as much as I didn't want to see that, I could see it happening. And that really surprised me when they said they canceled Wonder Woman, and they didn't say officially they canceled Man of Steel 2, but now they're just, like I said, they were saying before that they never really, Henry Cavill never signed a contract to continue to play Superman, and plus with the Rock's movie Black Adam not being as successful as it could have been, maybe they're deciding to move on. Like I said, I don't know whether that pertains to the Shazam movie, because Peter Safran is one of the producers on that, so he may want to keep Shazam in it. Maybe, I don't know if he wants to keep The Rock going forward with the Black Adam movie. I would hope so, but my whole thing with it is that I thought with that eventually maybe in Shazam 3 you would have Black Adam and Superman and Shazam in that movie to face off against Black Adam and Superman and Black Adam. Well, excuse me, Superman and Shazam versus Black Adam. But if they're going to reboot the whole thing, so I don't know if that even means that you may even cast a new actor as Shazam, because Zachary Levi is in his, I think Zachary Levi is in his late 30s or something, or I don't know how old Zachary Levi is. Like I said, but maybe their 10-year plan is to reboot the whole thing, and it's looking more and more like they may do that, because if these rumors are true, like I said, these are just rumors. I haven't heard anything concrete about this. The only concrete thing I heard was that they canceled Wonder Woman 3, because that's been in the Hollywood Reporter, which is a trade publication, and they wouldn't announce that if it wasn't true. So I'm fingers crossed. Like I said, I'd be happy either way because I always thought when they came in they were just gonna keep Henry Cavill the Superman, maybe recast the Batman, because Ben Affleck is in his 50s, and I think you need a younger Batman in it. And Robert Pattinson, I think he's going to do his own separate thing. I don't think James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to touch that. They're going to let Matt Reeves do his own thing in his own universe over there. And in the main DC Studios version, they're going to, they were going to have, I thought maybe even you could have Batflick do a solo movie and maybe a Justice League movie, and then you want to kill him off and get a younger Batman, maybe do that. But then you could have, you could bring Henry Cavill to a Man of Steel sequel, and then let him be in a Justice League movie and stuff going forward. And then make Wonder Woman 3. But now I think that with them saying they canceled Wonder Woman 3, maybe. But then again, maybe the script didn't fit into their where they were going with their Bible or their versions of the characters, and maybe they wanted to go younger. We don't know. So I'm like I said, I'm of two minds of it. I'm at one point I'm sad because I really wanted Henry Cavill to get another solo Superman movie and another Justice League movie, just and even act against Sasha Kaye, as Supergirl. But now I don't know. We don't know going forward what exactly it's going to be. I'm sure it will leak once he hands in they hand in their story, the 10-year Bible or whatever, the DCU going forward. I'm sure it will leak. It will leak out. Or they'll announce it at Comic-Con or something. Here's our 10-year Bible. Like I said, I think this next year, 2023, will just be them releasing the last of the movies. And I think maybe that'll be the last of the DCEU as we know it. And then starting in 2024, you'll have, like I said, Jason Momoa as Lobo. They'll cast new actors as Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. I think maybe they are going to do it now. Now it looks like they are going to do it. And they'll have the Green Lantern, Jon Stewart on TV. And remember, they want to connect everything together. So eventually you'll have that Jon Stewart, whoever that is, maybe in the Justice League movie down the road. And you'll have the TV shows. And also, which I'm hoping that they said they continue on with Stargirl. I know it got canceled by the CW, but I'm hoping that maybe they move it to HBO Max or somewhere where it continues on, and you can connect that together. And like I said, the Rock movies, I don't know what they're going to do with that going forward because I don't know if that will fit into his vision, James Gunn and Peter Safran, his vision of maybe a newer, younger DCEU going forward. I don't know what that means for that. Because, like I said, I think they would have a harder time. The Rock would have an easier case if his movie made more money. And I know there was a thing where he released a tweet saying how much it's going to make money and how it's not losing money and stuff, which is a bunch of playing with numbers and stuff, I think. But I don't know if it fits into his thing going forward. I'm sure they've had discussions, and I'm sure they'll have discussions with The Rock because you don't want to. The Rock is a major star, so you don't want to piss him off. But if it doesn't fit your vision of what you're going forward, maybe they won't go forward with it. Maybe they'll go forward with their own versions of the characters and stuff, which I could see happening. And I'm just right now I'm kind of in between because when I heard that yesterday, I was really kind of disappointed in it, especially when they said they pulled the cameo that Henry Cavill filmed the Superman for the Flash movie. They pulled it out of the test screening, and they pulled Ben Affleck's cameo out of Aquaman 2, which makes me think that maybe in the Flash movie, because I know there was rumors saying that he gets lost in time or something, the Ben Affleck character gets lost, and at the end of it, there's only Michael Keaton's Batman in there, which I still don't think they want Michael Keaton to be the Batman going forward. I mean, I could see them doing maybe like even a Batman Beyond movie with him, but not him as the main Batman. He's just not, he's just, like I said, he's 70-something years old. Like I said, if you don't want to do a movie with Ben Affleck, and I don't, like I said, plus you don't know with Ben Affleck, remember he started this production company again with Matt Damon, and so you don't know if he wants to even continue on being Batman. You don't know, and like I said, he's 50-something years old. He's 50, I think, just turned 50 this year, I think. So you don't know if he wants to continue on with the role anyway, and maybe that's part of the reasoning why James Gunn and Peter Safran say, you know what, let's just start over with the Trinity. We'll just recast the Trinity. And maybe that's what they're going to say going forward, and we'll get Lobo, Jason Momoa as Lobo, maybe even cast a new Aquaman, a new Flash, which I have no doubt there's going to be a new Flash at the end of the Flash movie. It won't be Ezra Miller, and maybe just cast new other actors to fill out the Justice League and stuff. You have the Jon Stewart character, whoever that's going to be for the TV show, and then eventually because I definitely think they're going to do like a big crisis movie at the end of the 10 years or something, like a two-part movie just like Infinity War and Endgame. I think they're definitely going to do it like a Justice League movie. Maybe them against Darkseid or something, maybe the whole Justice League, Justice Society, Suicide Squad against Darkseid when he comes to Earth or something like that. I think that can happen too, but it's looking like they are going to reboot it. And I know Grace Randolph really kind of wanted them to do that. Not so much, because like I said, I wanted Henry Cavill, and I was so happy when they said he quit The Witcher, because I thought, okay, and then he filmed that cameo for Black Adam. I said, okay, well, he's going to be the Batman he's going to be the Superman going forward, but it's looking more and more, especially since they said they pulled that cameo out of that test screening, that maybe they are winding down on those versions, the DCEU versions of those characters, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and they're going to start fresh with new actors as those characters. Okay, going forward. and I could see that happening. Maybe even like try to cast those three actors when he takes over. They try to cast younger actors. Actors probably in their mid-20s, mid-20s, early 30s to be the new Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman going forward. So that way they can have them for those 10 years going forward. I could see that happening, and so I'm of two minds. I just want to know what's going on left and right because these rumors are killing me, and not knowing is actually killing me too. And so I have two minds. I would feel so bad for Henry Cavill because he really wanted to play Superman again, and if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And I feel sorry for him, and I hope maybe he'll get the James Bond franchise. Maybe they'll make him James Bond. Okay, get another franchise. But I really feel bad for Henry Cavill because he really, it was so good to see him as Superman again in the Black Adam movie, and I wanted to see him, get his own solo movie, Superman movie again, and then be in another, Justice League movie. But it's looking more and more like that's not going to happen, which is a shame. Okay, and I have to see what their Bible is going to look like, but it's looking more and more like those movies are going to get canceled. Those movies are not. No Man of Steel 2, no Wonder Woman 3. We know that for sure, and no more Jason Momoa Aquaman after Aquaman Lost Kingdom comes out. And I think it makes sense. It seems like they're rebooting the whole thing, and they're just going to cast 3 new actors as a Trinity. And we'll see who they are going forward. My heart goes out to Henry Cavill and them. Like I said, Ben Affleck not so much because I think he's at an age where he just wants to concentrate on his other films. So maybe he was going to be out anyway. And Gal Gadot, who I think wanted to do Wonder Woman 3, it's a shame that she's going to be kicked out if that's what they're going to do. But we have no way of knowing for sure. But that's what it's looked like it's leading to. And like I said, I'm a Snyder fan, but I'm not going to go be one of those people who go nuts and say, I'm not going to watch DC films now that they're kicking out, that they're ending the Snyder cut, Snyder, version of these characters. It happens. They have the power, James Gunn, and they have the power, so they can do it in. I just feel bad for Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot because she was happy playing Wonder Woman too. So it is what it is. I got to see what happens and see exactly what their plan is going forward. And like I said, I think the younger characters will stay on, like Blue Beetle. I think he will stay on. And remember, they're meeting with the producers. I think they were meeting with the directors of Batgirl, so they may bring them in to direct another thing, or a future Batgirl movie. Who knows? But again, there's a lot of changes in the DCU, and like I said, I'm torn with it because again, my heart goes out to Henry Cavill because I really wanted him to be Superman again, and it looked like he was going to be. And now it's looking like they're going to reboot the whole thing. And, if they do, like I said, I'm still a DC fan. I'll stick with it and see what their plan is and see. Like I said, I like James Gunn as a filmmaker. So we'll see what their plan is going forward. Okay, fingers crossed. But then again, maybe we're totally wrong. Maybe he is going to keep Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill. We don't know. I would be happy either way, to be honest, because I really want Henry Cavill to be Superman again. And Gal Gadot, I like this Wonder Woman, but if they reboot the thing, we got no, we just have to accept it and see who they pick and see what their plan is going forward. Unfortunately, like I said, I was really kind of disappointed when I heard it yesterday. But I have to be practical about it. If it happens, we can't do anything about it, but just watch it and see what their plan is and hope it's successful going forward. That's all we can do. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think of this whole DCU plans and what do you think is going to happen going forward? Do you think they are going to stick with Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill? Maybe the Wonder Woman movie was not in their plans the way they had it structured, and maybe Gal Gadot will still play Wonder Woman. And the same thing with Henry Cavill. Maybe they are going to include him in the DCU going forward, okay? Or they're going to reboot the whole thing and recast the Trinity, which is looking, I think, more and more likely. If somebody put a gun to my head, I think that may be the plan. Hearing these rumors and stuff, it's looking like that's going to be the case. They're going to reboot the whole thing, and I'm hoping if they do, that they pick good actors to put for those parts because Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, and Ben Affleck played. They played those parts. Those are good casting. So a part of me is going to miss them, but I'm also excited to see what the future is going to hold for the DC studios going forward. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. You can check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon. And thank him for supporting me. My Patreon is only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there, a bunch of DC shows, a bunch of Marvel shows on there. Also, I've got Zack Snyder's Justice League, got The Boys Season 3, got Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Book of Boba Fett. Follow the link down below to the Patreon and check it out. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.